You're listening to The Real Short Box, a comic book podcast made for geeks by geeks.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and listening. We are The Real Short Box. I'm Donald. I'm here with one Mr. Kevin Thumps-a-lot. Also here with DJ Sensational, the sensational one. Thanks for joining. And also, last but not least, Mr. Showtime Raphael. Thanks for being here, Showtime. We appreciate you.
You look so happy to be here, sir.
Nah. But yeah. And then nah. And then yeah again.
Nah, yeah. That's how he says it.
Yet.
Yep. So we also want to thank you, the audience, for tuning in. We'd like to tell you about our sponsors really quickly. Splattered Frog Brewing. Check them out. Go to splatteredfrog.com. Buy something. Use the coupon code SHORTBOX for 20% off your order.
Texas.
Or go to halfshotsauce.com. That's halfs, H-A-F-F-S, halfshotsauce.com. Type in the coupon code Donald Hiccups for 10% off your order on some delicious, mouth-watering sustenance, some flavorful, just lip-smacking deliciousness of hot sauce that they have for you there.
Ohio.
So you're saying if they order it, they only get half hot sauce?
Half's hot sauce.
Only get half of it?
Yes, halves of the half's hot sauce. Yes.
And while you're doing all that, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Yeah, and wash your butt. Wash your butt.
Your butt.
Make sure you wash your butt. Everybody appreciates it. Trust me.
With half's hot sauce?
No. Oh my God. No, Kevin. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Do not wash your butt.
It did not
with
go
hot
very
sauce.
well for Donald when he did that.
Okay.
No. In fact, I thought when they said that they would take care of my butt with Frank's, I thought they meant the hot sauce, and actually it was this big guy named Frank. This was prison, by the way. Not my favorite interaction.
Didn't know you did time at San Quentin.
Oh yeah, I've done time. Yeah, definitely. Wow. Yeah.
It was like you were there with him, man. It was like Gene Wilder.
Right. We were stir crazy. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, fuck around, find out.
Yeah.
And Kevin was like, I did.
Well, I don't know what kind of blow Donald's been doing lately, but
lots of blow. I mean, I'm really excited.
Well,
we're talking about some fun stuff, guys. We're talking about James Gunn and what is it, Peter Safran?
Yes.
Yeah. Their craziness that has just been announced, their selection of films, their selection of TV, what we think about them. Basically, our opinions on the matter. Let's get to it, guys. Kevin, what do we got?
Well, let's start with the film projects that have been announced. Let's start with Superman Legacy, written by James Gunn himself, scheduled for July 11th, 2025.
If you hear something scraping the bottom of this table, it's my huge boner, because I am excited for this one.
I don't know. I mean, who's playing Superman?
We don't know.
So the thing is that, okay.
And this is live action, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you look at, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. I'm not a huge comic book Superman fan, but I love the movies. And I'm just.
You love Christopher Reeve?
Christopher Reeve was great. I grew up in that era, so that to me was great. And in the last two they just weren't so bad either. I didn't mind them so much. I thought it was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how many times you can show the origin of Superman.
I think you said it's not
going
to be an origin story, though.
I know, but it's like when you're going to introduce a brand new actor into the fold.
You love Henry Cavill, right?
Henry Cavill was great, but when you bring a new actor into the fold, you almost have to do some background story. You can't, because then it's like he's walking down the street and you're like, who the F is that? Until he's Superman. But if you have some background, then you kind of builds the character. And then there's a couple people who are just getting into movies, might not have seen Henry Cavill's Superman, so they might not know the origin of Superman. So I don't know.
I find it hard to believe. You know the origin of Superman at this point. That's something wrong.
Who's Superman? Who is he?
What's Kryptonian?
Nobody knows.
Well, assuming
everybody knows.
Tweaks.
After 85 years, I sure hope you know.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, but what if your child's 5?
Then you tell the little 5-year-old.
No, I get it, but I'm
you
just saying.
just tell the little dum-dum that he needs to study up. You hand him a comic, and you say, what, you can't read? And then you get somebody to read it to him.
Is it Lex Luthor? Who's going to be the villain this time?
Please, for the love of God,
better
no
not be
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Brainiac.
Brainiac, please.
I get that part, but that's the problem is
Metallo.
Physics. The answer is physics.
No,
'cause
Metallo will
Krypton's
be
going
the
to hell.
Joker, and Brainiac will be the Ra's al Ghul.
What-
I just sold this to Showtime.
Mr. McPlickstick. Well, not yet.
Mongrel.
Not yet. Mongrel, yeah.
Warworld.
Mongol.
What do they just go with?
Take him out
what
in
do they-
space,
what do they-
man.
What do they just go with Zod? What do they just start off with Zod? And you're like, we've done it 3 times, and the second time sucked.
You know what? I think honestly, I think the best way to do it is take him to space.
Cyborg Superman.
Think about it, because then you can introduce him to the
Doomsday.
Green
Just jump to
Lanterns and
Doomsday.
stuff like that. You can.
What if
there-
they went crazy and went Superman and his nemesis Bizarro?
I could be down for that. I mean, that's
Bizarre
where,
World.
that's where we all thought it was going.
Yeah, we
with
did.
with Zod. We
Right.
thought they were gonna, and they ended up with Doomsday, which was the stupidest, shittiest looking Doomsday you've ever seen in your life.
It was the right idea, though. It was the right idea to go.
It's like a
Except
cave
wrong character.
troll
Wrong character.
from the Lord of the Rings.
right,
is
but I'm
what
saying
it
it was the right idea.
Said should have been Bizarro, which would have made more sense. Did I talk about it? We went to watch it in
Yeah.
the theater? I said should have been
We
freaking
were
Bizarro.
pissed. Well,
This
actually,
man threw something at the screen. I couldn't remember. He threw
Kevin
something at
kept
the screen.
going, "Me, I'm happy," and I was like, "Oh, Kevin's not happy." Because Bizarro says everything. Yeah, we all get this. I hope.
Bizarro Hates
The-
Comics is really offended by that.
The key with this is that we all know in the Marvel world, when they announce something, you're kind of already optimistic. This is going to be good. And whenever DC comes out with something, you're always cringing at, is this going to be the one
So
time
you're saying your prayers.
that they like when they did
Yeah.
Christian Bale's Batman, right? And you're like, what? Where did this come from? This is great. Jesus Christ, they finally did it, right? And now you're thinking, can James Gunn
Pull it off.
pull it off?
Yeah, I mean, this is such an eclectic mix. Name a couple titles here.
All right, the next
Hold on,
one.
before you go
Okay,
jump onto
go
that.
ahead, go ahead.
The description of it says it's going to focus on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing.
There we
Which-
go. Space.
So they're going backwards. They're gonna do. They're gonna retell how he becomes Superman. Again.
No, that's not it. That's
His
actually
child
not.
upbringing. He's a.
That's the most generic description, by the way, ever.
But you know what it speaks to? What it shouts out to me?
What?
Is that mid 2000s series? Was it Birthright? The Superman, the Mark Waid one?
Was that Mark Waid?
Yeah, the one with the Lenny U. Francis one.
Oh, okay.
There was the Kurt Busiek
I
one.
thought that was.
that's called-
I thought that was.
which
music,
I think
but
is what
you're-
he's probably aiming for. This idea,
Yeah.
the John Byrne ideal, the man and Superman. They're two separate things, and he's trying to balance those things out.
No, I understand that part.
And I think
he's still gonna be a child.
there's the
Space.
origin is not. Origin is 2 minutes of explosions, rocket ship, white family finds him in the cornfields of Kansas, and then he's Superman.
Just rewrite Invincible with Superman. Done. Game over.
You could do that, yeah.
You got a winning
They should
formula.
just fucking
So hire Kirkman then to write the script.
Why not?
just do Red Sun Superman and let's move forward.
Oh, jeez. Animated. I could definitely
Fucking
see.
awesome.
Yeah.
Superman just goes on a fucking killing spree, just fucking snapping people's necks.
Speaking of
I'm
animated,
all in it.
we're getting Creature
So it's not
Commandos.
the boys then.
Right?
Huh?
We're getting Creature Commandos.
Well, that's
Speaking of animated TV
that's
series.
TV series, yes.
Yeah, that's coming. I'm stoked for that.
7 episodes.
I mean, they hire, like, the Americans create, like, or get these monstrous creatures to fight the Nazis. That's freaking cool, right?
Not a superhero movie, which I like them going. Not always having to be a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like we all asked for. We've been asking forever.
Yep.
To finally do a detective style movie,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just straight detective comics, because it could be a bunch of things in it, right?
Right.
This is kind of it. They're going to do a movie that doesn't necessarily have to do with superpowers.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately for you, they're not going to be fighting in World War II because Amanda Waller's involved in their creation.
Ah,
So more than likely, they're going to keep the idea of a supernatural.
the Russians.
Ukraine. It's going to be Ukraine. Real world shit. We're going to be fucking fighting Ukraine.
God. I don't think we were fighting.
Or the Taliban.
No, there you go. Hey, it's the monsters versus Saddam Hussein.
Oh,
Well,
that's a good choice.
Well, I guess they kill him. I guess that's the whole plan to capture and kill him.
Oh, he comes back.
Comes back.
Ooh.
As a monster.
As a zombie.
I'm in.
As a zombie.
They take Bin Laden and Saddam and make them monsters to help us up in the end.
to fight the Taliban.
Islamophobia is
And
alive in
Al-Qaeda.
the DCU.
The only the one title on that whole run that I'm interested in seeing is them doing The Brave and the Bold.
Yes. That's another movie, The Brave and the Bold. It will introduce Batman and Robin in this unusual father-son.
Damian. Yeah.
Inspired by the Grant Morrison run. Yes, Damian Wayne.
We're getting Damian
Now,
Wayne.
earlier, everyone in podcast land, you weren't here when we talked earlier, and Kevin, with very little respect, talked about how he was done listening to Batman. You know, he didn't want to see more Batman done. He wanted them to put it in a safe, put it in a vault.
That's not
put it
fully
away.
accurate. That's not fully accurate. All I was saying,
Tell
can't-
him to go to a farm upstate.
Look, I can't argue so much with that because Batman is. If you look on the shelves in the comic book world, there are at least 8 to 10 Batman-related titles.
Well, just like there was
It's a
10
lot.
years ago, there was almost 8 to 10 Avenger titles.
Right, but that's a whole team. That's not just one person. If it was 8 to 10 Iron Man.
the greatest superhero
Yeah.
of all time.
Blue Beetle's the
Superman
greatest.
or the Blue
No.
Beetle?
He said Blue
Beetle's
Beetle's
trash.
greatest. He
One
said
or the other.
Guy
Batman.
Gardner is the best.
Silver Surfer.
He ain't bad.
More trash.
He ain't bad.
But my thing is,
And I would be
You're Guy
honored.
Gardner, you know that,
I would be
right?
honored to get my
Because I'm
slab
Mexican?
comic of that
That's
first
pretty racist.
appearance back at some point.
I mean, hey,
Oscar.
if the bill fits.
Whoa, you can't do that on the air. You
Oh,
can't
I
call
just threw him on the
You can't
bus.
do that.
Yes, I did.
You can't do that.
I can do that. I can do what I want.
That's slander.
Nah.
but I'm very
slander.
interested in.
Nah, Oscar the Grouch.
I'd like to see a detective because I don't necessarily need to see a full blown just Batman movie. Although I'd really like to see it. I'd like to see almost like I'd like to see like a what they should have done at Super Friends. They should have done the Justice League the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see that. But I don't think they can do it.
So, from what I understand, it's all about Bruce Wayne and him coming to terms with his son Damian coming out
He's coming out?
and fighting crime together.
Oh.
Of his
Now,
mom.
who is
I
Damian?
just made that up.
Who's
but
Damian? Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised.
who's Damian Wayne's mother?
Talia.
Is it Talia al Ghul?
I'm saying, but wouldn't that be awesome that it begins?
League of Shadows.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you want.
I thought you were going to say it begins with her, like spread
It
eagle
begins
with the
with League of
Damian.
Shadows.
coming out.
I'm not opposed to the.
And Rob-
I mean, he did come
coming
from
out
trauma. He has a
story
trauma
of
background.
sorts
And they
either.
bring
That's a
back
trauma thing.
As a
Yeah.
ninja. As a ninja.
they bring
But I
back
think
one of
they're
the
going to go young with him.
they bring back one of the greater villains of all time, Ra's al Ghul. They bring back Ra's al Ghul for Raven the
I
Bold.
thought you were going to say Ubu.
That would be great.
Wouldn't it
He
be
didn't die.
awesome?
And it'd be Liam.
Well, maybe
And
not.
he used
Not bad, right?
he used a Lazarus pit.
Yes. He used the Lazarus pit. Yes.
You could have Ra's al Ghul and Talia, and then you can have Bane do the voice.
Gotham's Reckoning.
But you can do you could do that. You could do that kind of thing, and then you could have I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, when's the first movie supposed to hit the screen?
Yeah, let's list all of these instead of jumping around.
Yeah.
List them real quick.
All right. I already said The Brave and the Bold, Superman Legacy. There's The Authority, which, by the way, that book is shooting
Could
through the roof
happen.
right now.
It could be good.
Could be
Could be bad.
Right.
Because it's so of its time.
It's an interesting idea. What's the next one?
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tom King is
Tom
involved
King.
because they're using his
Storyline.
miniseries.
Don't really care.
Man, you have no respect for Tom King.
That
Nope.
gets a lot
Sorry.
of.
You know what? He would smack you
that
right now for
particular run.
disrespecting
Yeah.
him.
Hey, you talk trash about Batman. You can't give him any trash.
Right.
The-
I mean, I just don't appreciate what he did to your Riddler, but
Yeah,
you can
true.
love him all day.
True, that's true.
What else? What else is on that list there?
Swamp Thing. Now that
Now it's okay.
gets me excited.
We can all
Well,
agree.
that gets me
All of
excited.
us.
We can all-
James, let's not get too excited. It's James Marigold.
Hold on a second. He did a good job on Logan.
But Swamp Thing isn't Logan.
No, but it's also
It's also Swamp Thing's not a Western.
But wait.
All his movies are
We
Westerns.
can all agree.
be.
Hold on.
It could
We can
be.
all agree.
Swamp Thing rolls up with a hat and a
Yeah.
six-shooter.
why not?
And then Jonah Hex shows up.
We can all agree in the idea
Yeah.
of the Swamp Thing being good.
Yes, we absolutely can.
Right?
Well, I mean,
And
we've
this-
already seen a good Swamp Thing.
This is the open door to the Justice League Dark. This is what we all wanted.
Dead man.
This is what you and I, Kevin,
And
have
Jarrett,
and
all three of
Jarrett
us.
have been arguing about
For years.
ages.
Yep.
Masturbating together about.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
I mean, no. What? Why would we do that?
What's the one?
Zatanna.
Wait. What's the one DC villain that someone at this table has always wanted to be on the big screen done correctly? Donald.
My one villain?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it? Are we just picking
Scarecrow?
one,
Talking about
or do you
Scarecrow?
know?
Yeah,
Scarecrow.
No, you remember
Oh.
you mentioned
Scarecrow, yeah.
You wanted, and then he wants
Riddler done properly.
and
Yeah.
I think it's about time that they put Arnold away and bring back
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze,
Yeah.
or
It would have been
It's-
perfect
it's
as
a-
Patrick Stewart a long time ago. Let's be real.
The problem with the Mr. Freeze is he's going to be going against expectations of the animated series Mr. Freeze, which is undoubtedly the Mr. Freeze that I think most people who don't watch freaking Otto Preminger from the Adam West one think about.
Mm-hmm.
As
He's
a good,
great.
as
Though.
a good,
Like he's like the animated series was a great Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
That Batman animated series Sub-Zero
yes.
was fantastic.
But
I enjoyed that more than Mask of the Phantasm.
I think the two villains, I think the three villains, I think they got semi right, or I think right.
I wouldn't mind seeing Phantasm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got
the
they got the
Phantasm.
Penguin right in the
In both movies.
yeah, pretty much. And
Yeah.
Then they got
Yeah.
Danny DeVito
What
was
the
great.
fuck, man?
We have bad luck with our favorite Batman villains, don't
Yeah.
I mean, but he was great. As a and then Humberto Ramos in the new Batman run is using Danny DeVito as
The
his artwork for Batman.
Jimenez.
Yeah, I mean Jimenez. Sorry, he's using that as his artwork. It's pretty fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And they did I think they did Bane about 80% right. Penguin was done right, and I think Ra's al Ghul was right on the money. But in terms of like, I mean, I know there's no Green Lantern on there yet, and I'm assuming at some point they may think about it. I don't think they've figured out how to get that right yet.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a series.
It's going to be a TV
It is,
series.
but I mean, we've all been disappointed.
Right, pretty big
It's
with
easy.
Ryan Reynolds.
I think- I mean,
disappointment,
Green
too.
Lantern-
But it wasn't just him. It was also like the villains. The villain kind of sucked.
Tom Strong was a great Sinestro.
He was, but they just didn't do it right.
yeah, the whole
No.
parallax thing was
That was
like
terrible.
It's like they didn't learn.
Keep
anything.
going on that list.
All right, so now we're on the TV projects. There's Creature Commandos. We already talked about that. There's Waller herself getting a TV series.
Hell yeah.
Then
I
something.
did not think she would make the perfect Waller until I saw her.
Right? Well, also, she's gained a little weight, I think, too. So there's that.
yeah.
I mean,
No, but
she's
she's
starting to fill out the role more.
No, but she's got the voice and the
Authority.
to be that. Waller was
CCH Pounder.
Yeah.
Pound for pound. It was CCH Pounder.
yeah,
And, which is an interesting name to have, period.
and
I
the
mean,
British, they're different.
But, and, she was perfect, and we were all upset. But now, she sold us. She really has.
Yeah,
And there's another TV show that's given
and
Donald.
they gave her a good bit in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah. Yeah. They really did.
The James Gunn one. That was
Yeah.
Another one that gets you for Donald. Booster Gold.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he loves them blondes.
So
He does.
so this is talking from one of our earlier podcasts. This is straight roasted.
Wow. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but I created a web series called The Blue Beetle Ted Cord Returns. It's on YouTube. You can check it out.
4
under
seasons.
Rumble Spoon Productions. 4 seasons. Up
Like,
it.
subscribe and
It's
hit
amazing.
that notification button.
Season 3, Booster Gold does finally make his appearance, and he is in Season 3 and Season 4. It is spectacular. Highly recommend it. Check it out. Thank you.
Who's the actor that plays Booster Gold?
One, Mr. Ron Carlson.
Is he available for James Gunn auditions?
He's possibly, although he did go off the grid after running drugs and then living in Florida.
Are you serious?
So
Things got complicated.
maybe he finds a time machine and a Legion flight ring and goes back in time.
I'm thinking that's the case. Yeah.
I think the Booster Gold, I'm not going to say isn't going to be good because I really don't know. I'm going to say it's one of those movies that could really
TV shows.
shock, or TV shows that could really shock people who don't know much about the characters as being very good. And it could be a TV show that doesn't get a lot of viewing because people don't know the characters, so don't want to take the chance of watching it.
And Ted Kord might show up.
we're
You never know.
going to
Everybody-
get another Peacemaker out of this.
The
Ted Kord might show
way
up.
to really
Yeah.
the way in on Booster Gold is the same way they did it on that Justice League animated episode.
Yeah. Yeah. The man that no one respected that really fixed time and saved the day and no one cared about. Oh, look at that. It says Kyle on it.
Yeah, it belongs to Kyle.
Fuck is Kyle?
You know who Kyle is.
You know who he is.
Oh, that asshole?
Yeah, the guy who pissed you off. Or
Fuck that guy.
Jeez. You can't say on an air.
Yeah, I can. Fuck you, Kyle.
You're slandering people on here. You can't do
You
that.
don't listen.
Slap
What's
the
the
shit
next
out of
one?
him.
All right, next one we already mentioned Lanterns, but it's supposed to have Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan as the.
Fuck. There goes the man.
They're basically it's based on as intergalactic cops
Who is it?
uncovering
Jon
a
Stewart
dark
and who?
mystery.
Jon Stewart and
Hal
Stephen
Jordan.
Colbert.
And
Can you believe that?
Steve Colbert, what? It was going to be Guy Gardner.
That would have made more sense.
Yeah, they
See,
changed
you're
it.
wrong. See?
They recast. They changed it. So you're going to put in two of the fucking most boringest Green Lanterns in a series. I'm sorry. Fight me. You need Kyle Rayner and Guy Gardner. When
Wow.
they teamed up in the comic, it was written, I think Dave
The comment
Gibbons wrote
section
it.
is going to be outraged.
And no, read
That was
that.
the core issue. Those are the
Right,
core books.
Green Lantern Corps book. That was spectacular when those two teamed up. Because Guy was like, let's have a beer. And Kyle was like, no, let's talk about our feelings. He's like, fuck you, I'll punch you in the mouth. It was great. It worked so well. And now they're putting the military man, I'm Jon Stewart and I have no sense of humor. And they're putting him with Hal Jordan, who is like just
Wait.
boring.
Kevin, you could
Don't tell
you could
that
apply-
to
you
Jeff
could apply
Johns
for that,
and
for that role.
Alex Ross.
Oh, God.
Hey,
I know it was Jeff Johns.
there you
that
go.
pushed this
We
shit.
got him right there.
What?
Kevin can apply for that role.
He wants me
You
to,
really could.
He wants me to audition for Jon Stewart.
He was on Plane, the movie Plane. We just saw him in that movie.
Wait, hold on a second. What are you trying to say? I
You
look like Mike
a little
Coulter?
like Mike Coulter. Yeah, I
Wow.
will say you do.
Wow.
He looks more like the guy from Reading Rainbow.
Wow. You know what's funny?
LeVar Burton.
You know, I've been told that actually.
Gordy?
Yes, I don't mind that. I've been told that.
Jordy,
I like
yeah.
LeVar Burton.
Jordy.
He's a good man. A good man, LeVar
What's
Burton.
on the list? What's else? On the list?
All right, the last but not
Take a
least would
look.
be Paradise Lost, set in Themyscira, home of the Amazons and the birthplace of the lovely Wonder Woman.
I think they're lost with this one.
No, but
I don't understand
But I'm glad
it.
it's last. I'm glad it's last. Because by that point, you're either in and you're like, yes, I'll watch it, or you're disgusted by everything you saw, and it doesn't matter anymore because you're already out.
Well, I think it's a good way to reboot Wonder Woman because the second one was so ungodly
it
terrible.
wasn't Gal Gadot's fault.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying it
She's
was
delightful, by the way.
terrible.
Huh?
She's delightful, by the way.
Amen. I'm sure she is.
Okay.
Lovely
He
lady.
dated her.
Whatever she's
Lucky man, lucky man.
whatever movie she's in, or whatever she talks, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
This is Wonder Woman Themyscira now.
The mascara. Yeah, it's basically supposed to be
Forever. Themyscira forever.
After Wonder Woman movie, Showtime's like to his wife, "Can you go get me some? I got an extra pair of underwear and pants in the car. Why? I made a mess.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay,
I
dear.
actually didn't
It's supposed to be like a political drama too. It's supposed to be like a political drama. this
It's
TV show.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
So Themyscira forever, as you were saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
well,
now.
Political drama.
So let's go
Yeah, I
backwards.
don't know about that.
So when are we getting the first film?
yeah. What's hitting first? I think it's Superman, right? Isn't it Superman?
I think that's why they started with
That's what it started with.
Yeah.
So
They broke it down. What is it? It's Gods and Monsters or something like that. Is that?
He titled it Gods and Monsters. Gods being Superman, monsters being creatures.
So I guess we won't
Right.
know, truly won't know what we're in for until the first movie lands, right?
Right.
First movie lands, and then you're either
I'm stoked.
this is great or this is another shitty Shazam movie.
James, I know you don't know this, but you posted a picture of me on Twitter as the Blue Beetle.
and we met before. You met the two
has
of us
happened.
before.
Yes, we've met before. We shopped at the same comic shop, Comic Smash, in Studio City. It no longer exists. God rest their soul there. But if you need a Ted Cord, I'm in. And also, if you need a couple of writers, Kevin and I,
And Jarrett.
and we'll throw in Jarrett and Showtime, and maybe even
James
Sensational
Gunn
here if he wants.
needs a crippled, pasty white guy
Wow, that is racist.
in his role.
Right?
Yeah.
You're the guy.
We got
You're the
old
guy.
man. We got old man Cord here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it, man. I'll be old man Cord. I'll take it all day long. I got
you
an
definitely do
upcoming
take it.
heart condition, I'm
Definitely
sure,
Okay,
at some point.
So let's before we go, pick a movie on that list that you feel is going to be kiboshed before it ever gets filmed.
Like, in other words, it gets stuck in development hell.
Yeah, and then they just decide this is bullshit. We're not doing this.
If we have to pick one, we're forced to pick one,
Yes.
right? I think that Paradise Lost sounds like a turd.
That's the easy one. That's the easy one.
I'm gonna say that one's gone.
I'm going to say the TV shows stay because the TV shows are easier to produce. So I think they'll stay. I want to say that they're going to have a small. They don't have a really hard time with that with the Green Lantern movie. With Green
It's a
Lantern.
TV show.
Yeah, I think that's going to be tough for them, and I think the Brave and Bold may not go away, but may change. Before they start to film it, may change how they're actually going to deliver that movie.
I could see Swamp Thing getting jacked up in some way. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think Swamp Thing might be the one that gets the ultimate.
I completely disagree.
I hope
it's
not.
Had so
I hope
many,
not,
It's
but-
had so many people like pre-start that.
Who was
Like
the original-
Guillermo
who-
del Toro was going to direct
Who played the original Swamp Thing in the movie?
it. Oh, good lord!
He's outside on the. They have
Heather Locklear's.
Wait, are you talking about the one that was directed by Wes Craven back in the day?
Yeah, remember the one we had the funny
Oh,
nose.
Same guy that played Toxic Avenger. I don't know.
Give me a second.
I thought you know
I don't think it's
When I saw-
necessary to know.
when I saw that movie. You
They have his autograph
We
outside.
didn't think of it as a DC movie. I thought it was just this is a horror movie. You know.
You're not wrong. All right, well, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I just want to thank you all for listening, for tuning in. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if you don't mind, if you enjoyed the material. We want to thank you again. Check out Splattered Frog, check out Half's Hot Sauce, and check out these guns. Yeah.
Don't forget to like,
Look at that.
subscribe, comment,
Yeah.
And if you get a minute,
and hit that notification
if you
button.
get a minute and you listen to this, go back and listen to our other podcasts because we had some
Dick
great
Durock.
ones.
Yeah. What?
Dick Durock.
Really? His name is Dick Durock?
See?
Holy shit, what a name.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you give a chance, go back and listen to the old podcasts. There's some really good live ones you
What's
can
your name?
watch.
Dick Durock? What are you going to do, Dick Durock? You're gonna, to who? Dick Durock. The Rock? No,
better-
it's Dick Durock.
Is he better than Dirk Diggler?
Yeah, well, it's about the same. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. If we don't see you out and about anytime soon, perhaps we'll see you.
At the dastardly and always commencing DC comic book shop.
This has been The Real Short Box. We'll see you at the comic shop. Thanks for listening.